micro ones, they put the pearl in a prominent position. You find them as a centerpiece because they consider them as the most valuable. Yes. I wanted to commission a copy.
Okay. Sorry, your phone, your camera.
1.5 million.
Huh?
I hope it stops here.
Yes. Polonosa.
So he was considered the founder of Qatar. The reason why, because Qatar was ruled by different tribes and families, different
Yeah.
Who's this strong man? That stops me.
Japanese inventor. He's the one faster than robot, and they are cheaper. The natural ones, there is no enough. That there is and the population dropped to only 25,000. The technology to liquidate it, to freeze, to make it ferment into a liquid, is only recent. So that's why Qatar was focused on oil in the past. They never knew what to do with the gas. Because we consider it a waste product actually.
Yeah.
So then as soon as oil comes in, now we can really see that Qatar is starting to form as a nation, as a modern nation. So you have certain industries start to form as well. And then the first export, as we mentioned, 1949.
Is that not what you get when you go to the museum? Eh? Have you ever been to the museum? Yeah, that's what you get. You get the tour guide who is going to be telling you the history of every artifact you see. Oh, this one is from the 1420 AD. This one is from 5 AD. This is the sword used by Ibn Mutalab al-Kabiru in 65 AD. He used that to rescue 200 people who were trapped by surprise goats, because that was the first time they saw goats. And they were like, oh, what demon is this? So this is the sword he used. That's what they tell you about history like that. Things that were remarkably part of the people's history, adventures, like that. That is what Kolu went and pack all those praise singers, court jesters. Did you not see Akuri Nigalaila there? So I told you, Qatar people don't get any business with them. Okay. Finally, they found one or two Qatari, possibly, I won't call them businessmen, but they met with Dele Alakori. Now, Dele Alakori, who is your Minister for Mineral Resources, Abinko. So Dele Alakori, who was just on vacation with Tinubu, now told the people he met that I am the Minister for Mineral Resources Nigeria. We have so many minerals and fantas, we have so many minerals, so many mineral resources. like Fanta, Coke, Sprite, Mirinda, and all that. But I don't have the data here. So I can bring the data to you later. When I come next time, I can tell you, you can make a lot of money in Nigeria. I promise you. Okay? You just come to Abuja. Okay? I'll show you everywhere you can go. And see, I am only trying to make it sound lighter. Okay, that's exactly what he told them. He said he will bring back the data for all the Nigeria's mineral resources that Qatar can invest in. Oya kilewa lo shen Qatar. Qatar. Why did they take you to Qatar? If you have nothing to offer them right there, anyway, go and read it. It is right there in the news. So what they usually do is that nobody have their time. Okay, they can put some Arabs inside the room. Okay, put some scarf on their head and all of that, make them look like they are Qatarian business people or government. They don't tell Tinubu say they no get time. It's a busy time for them. So after going to museum, Tinubu and the people that they traveled and left Nigeria together, remember that Sanwo-Iku, Zulum, what's the other one from Kaduna? Something, right? The one, it took 3 governors, took their aides with him, okay, to that place. But in Lagos, the same people, they were on the tarmac, sending him bye-bye, goodbye, Mr. President. He shook them. Somewhere, everybody was on the queue, remember? He shook them, and he entered the aircraft. You think he's saying bye-bye, goodbye. When they got to Qatar, Sanwo-Iku and all these people who left Nigeria with him, they lined the airport to welcome him. You're welcome to Qatar, Mr. President. You're welcome to Qatar, Mr. Waiting, they won't go learn up. Okay, we'll leave that museum. Now, if you go into the room where they are supposed to be meeting Qatari business people, where they are supposed to do investment meeting, I'll bring you the video that they do them right now. The first video where I see, Baba, 90% of everybody waiting inside that room, they are the people who come from Nigeria. From ministries, from this, from that. But these guys, actually, you have no idea what Nigeria is passing through. If you do, and you are calm, hey, wala today. These guys are playing games with you. They are putting up show with you, and you really need serious economic help, serious economic direction. You really need that, or else, people go there. Another story where I hear when I was coming here was that a man sold his own child for 450,000 naira. Yes, now. Another one killed his son for eating the remaining food in the house. You see this level of hunger, and you make una just enjoy the entertainment. They will never, you won't understand what is going on in Nigeria and remain calm and believe that nothing they happen, Jerry. I know you don't know better. You will never know better and think nothing they happen. These guys packed all these people from Nigeria. Now they are the people Tinubu is going to be meeting as investors in Qatar. And some Meshai, Meti, and few other people where they say na Meshai for Qatar. They go put white thing on top of them, put them inside the room. People that could hire fake bishop for election in Nigeria. So don't doubt me, Abi. You they doubt me. You think that they exaggerate. Now they suffer Stockholm syndrome. Me, I no get Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean? You deceive me once, it's my fault. You deceive me the second time. Sorry, you deceive me the first time, it is your fault. You deceive me the second time, Baba, that is my fault. I'm telling you now that you will see video tomorrow now. You see some, they will show the video, give you the video. 10 months after, you'll be waiting for the Qatar investors. What happened to the $14 billion from India? Abilobi so Akuri Nigalai, I told you that in India, they sign electricity deal, they sign a petrochemical deal, they sign a construction, 14 billion. President Tinubu came back from India with $14 billion investment. Onda, where is it? If I ask you now, oh yeah, Omasodi Jani. That's the problem. If I ask them now, Omasodi, they go turn them to fight. Question you, where is that 14 billion from India? What about the one, the Microsoft CEO, Apple CEO, Twitter CEO, Elon Musk? All the people that are begging to see Tinubu if he comes to America. And he went to America. And then you came back, you said, American investors, they were rushing Tinubu. Americans were begging to see that. Abba. They put up the show. But after then, our American investors hear that. That was not supposed to cause a fight. We're not supposed to fight over that one. Can you tell me those American investors? Dubai visa leave, Tishi Wambel. I know they get shame. Student loan. February 21, student loan will become active. Where is student loan? You can't even go online and say, I want to go. Let me go online, www.nigeriagovernmentstudentloan.com, so I can go and read the latest updates so that we can know what is going on. Have you seen anywhere where they said they are having any office set up? Have you seen them doing any recruitment for the staffs that are going to handle all those requests? Have you seen any? And they believe that once they keep telling you that, anybody who asks questions must be an enemy that doesn't want that to happen. Not these criminals that are putting up all this show for you. They are playing with your lives, the lives of your children. Some of you now, house that they feed you, they see the feed you for house because they are still feeding you at home. You have no full idea what it is out there. And therefore, okay, you can continue to help them propagate the fraud. Consume. No, promise you. So today, people have become poorer than they can imagine. And it is not by most of these people they're choosing. It is either by your own action or inaction. Inaction in the sense that since it no concern you, it no concern you, it don't concern everybody now. Here you get. So they went to, it was there. And then, like I said, the same people they left Nigeria with, they will be talking to themselves inside the room. They will be clapping for themselves inside the room. Then they will draft what they are going to tell Nigerians and say, yes, it was a success. We were everywhere. Tomorrow now, Tinubu is going to present a cup. This will not be UFO. This will not be World Cup. It's not tennis ATP review. It's nothing to do with it. I don't even know what it is. So they have to put that as part of what Tinubu will do in Qatar. Present a trophy to somebody who wants something in that Arab countries. And therefore, the person is now touring. Now they have said, okay, sure, you want something to do. Oh yeah, come and present this drinking cup to this guy. And be probably the 100 person that will present that. This is where they are spending your money on. Then they will come back to you and say, Qatar people said they are going to invest in agriculture. They are going to invest in security. They have promised that they are coming to Abuja to come and invest, especially in Nigeria's mineral resources, so that Nigerian can begin to make money from it. They will tell you all of that. Then you will be waiting. And say, enemy, may Tinubu succeed. May Tinubu succeed. Or Tinubu enemy. People who don't like this country. The people who hate Nigeria are those who are mortgaging your lives that way. They could actually do better, that. But they choose otherwise. I have this one that the NTA released. I want to play this for you. Okay, before we proceed. I want you to watch this. This is like their own recap or cap. We even call you as something to say, okay, this is the success. I told you, this is the success they are going to tell you. At least you saw them, at least you saw them inside that place where the tour guide was showing them all the skeleton, all of the dinosaur. all the area, those things, eh? Now the people will enter museum, see waiting at the talk.
The city of Doha felt the presence of a president of the largest economy in
Are you hearing? The city of Doha felt the presence of the president of the largest country in the so you get, because they get their mumus at home that they play this for. Again,
the city of Doha felt the presence of a president of the largest economy in Africa as he stepped out for his state visit. And as the authority conducted the Nigerian leader and his team around, it was first to their place of pride, the National Museum of Qatar. With exquisite exterior architectural design and immersive interior, the space represents a classic edifice only of its own class. The gallery spaces indeed engaged all the senses in telling the story of a nation and its people, the rich heritage and culture of a country passed on from generation to generations, well accounted for and kept alive. The Qataris say the center does not only house their history, but it is also part of their journey. President Bola Tinubu is the first Nigerian leader so honored with such a journey back in time through the evolution of the state of Qatar.
I'm glad I'm here. It is a great honor. You learn every day of your life. And you see the beginning of nationalism, patriotism, and various challenges along the way. It's marvelous. It's detailed, well-detailed statement of history, culture, and growth, and economic opportunity.
The visit also serves as an inspiration for the visiting delegation.
And we have a plan to do a national museum and a number of other museums all over Nigeria and a number of museums even within some of our missions abroad. So this has been a great inspiration, and I can see where we can tap into the wealth of knowledge of what they have done here in Qatar and to be able to add value to the arts, culture and creative economy within Nigeria.
The president was also led to the headquarters of the Qatar Foundation International, a non-profit organization dedicated to education, research, and community development.
Qatar Foundation, unlocking human potential.
With construction of schools, orphanage homes, clinic, and more, the foundation, through its charity arm, has been lending supportive arm to some states in Nigeria, including Kaduna and Borno.
I think the presence of the President of Nigeria will push forward the Qatari Foundation to broaden their support to Nigeria, especially in the areas of education, health, as well as community development, most especially in the areas of research.
The delegation see a future of a wider collaboration in knowledge sharing between the two nations. From Doha, Musbah and Wahab, NT.
I will tell you, that is the package that they have streamed to their Nigeria audience. Tinubu went to Qatar National Museum, and the city of Doha felt the presence of the president of the largest economy in Africa. These guys are still telling Nigerians that they are the largest economy in Africa. The same economy that has been debased and reduced from $500 billion economy in 2015 to what is now a paltry $360 billion economy. South Africa, they manufacture plane. South Africa, they manufacture weapons that are being supplied and sold all over the world. Waiting exactly be the largest economy of Nigeria. Just the same way. Anytime we tell them that, can we please count ourselves so that we can actually be sure that now 200 million mumu dey inside this contraption? True. Now wahala go start. There is no true there's no true data in Nigeria. You know that. Most of those things were just bragging that somehow we just grew up to believe. And today we are asking for them. Where are those things? Because they never existed. It's all fraud or lies. Anyway, Tinubu is the first Nigerian leader to enter Qatar National Museum. Wow, what an honor. Honor gidi, honorable. The honor of having the first, of being the first Nigeria president to enter Qatar's National Museum. What an achievement. And you see that Musawa, that lady, she said, well, she's the Minister of Culture. So they have plans of building museums. Don't be surprised, though. Don't be surprised. If to say we're a wiki, follow them. I won't be surprised if you begin to see, they will say, Nigeria National Museum, Abuja. They need to renovate it. Okay? 450 billion naira. So that it can look bigger and better than the one Tinubu saw in Qatar. And they will say, this is going to help the Nigeria national growth. It's going to help Nigeria. It's going to tell Nigeria national blah, 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 blah. Una go see they carry your bowl, Bambi ala bowl. Asking the rest of the world. Did you hear that one from the Sharia borough, no? That is the Zulumo. That is the headquarters of the Nigerian Bambi ala, the Alimajiri. Baba, that guy is the governor of a state where half of the state is no longer part of Nigeria. It's being controlled by terrorists. Local government areas in Borno State, out of 27, how many local governments there? Now only just about 11 remain under Nigeria. 16 local government to 17 local governments are completely overrun by terrorists. They don't even do election there anymore. Here you get, they just do the whole election inside Maiduguri, the state capital. They know they do election, they just write names anyway. This guy, once he get paid the money every month, he will just order the guys where they supply rice, beans, and all of that, ororo and all that. And they will supply the bags and all of that, right? And he will share food to everybody. The rest of the money, nobody they ask. No, nobody they ask. He is so used to that, what do you call it, being handed fish. And that is why Qatar Foundation, that has possibly been helping them, according to him, giving them food and education. I don't know. So that Tinubu was inside their foundation building in Qatar. That's going to help us. So now if we tell them now that Nigeria, come on, these are the people who are planning for how they are going to make your Nigeria better. Now let's remove all those where they talk there. Now here is a call Tinubu where they are asking that, okay, how about this sort of thing? I want you to listen. He also told them, he said, I have told the people they have shown me that they are Qataris. I have told them that if you come and invest in Nigeria, if anybody asks you for bribe, come and tell me. I will deal with them myself. That's another talk. We'll call you. Yeah.
It's marvelous. It's detailed, well-detailed statement of history, culture, and growth, and economic opportunity. And it's great to document this kind of culture from beginning of history, the beginning of civilization, the collaboration, the challenges, and the perseverance of leadership.
Excellency, Nigeria also has a background like this. How do you reconcile that of Nigeria?
Well, we still have a long way to go. That's all I need to say.
Thank you very much.
For now.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
I'm glad I'm here. It is a great honor. You learn every day of your life. And you see the beginning of nationalism, patriotism, and various challenges along the way. You learn as you go on. Thank you very much.
Hey, Matrosa.
It's marvelous.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
He don't tire. He has his usual line. Like Buhari, he himself, he has his usual line. Every time you want to ask him anything, okay, he will tell you about, it will start talking like things like, yeah, about nation, patriotism, challenges, and I am honored, very, very honored to be here, Very, very happy. That's all I have to say. No ask him too much. Now wala you go cause. His lines are always like that, you know. And if he wants to talk to those of you who he knows that you are the victims of, you are the evidence of the poverty capital of the world, he will say, your children may be hungry. We can manage our hunger because of our nation, patriotism, honor, and all that nonsense. I can't even quote him. I don't know. It is that bad. Yeah. So after they took him away from the museum, the beginning of a nation, of the people and challenges. That's all I have to say. So they took him to the foundation headquarters, Qatar Foundation, and Kolu was also hosted there. I think this is the
establishment of SAR Foundation through building.
Unifying international excellence with Qatar Foundation.
If you have any questions, we're more than happy to answer them.
We done in Hausa and Yoruba and Hebrew. Yes.
You really clear for that now, huh?
Are they coming this side?
They are both physical
We have to pacify. Some of you actually, you are getting used to some of those lines, Abby. I mean, I don't know how people kind of like, but it is what it is, they will tell you. All right. So then Tinubu was quoted to have said to the Qatari businessman, in quotes, please, if for any reason there is anybody asking you for bribe, if you want to invest in Nigeria, come and talk to me directly. So what that simply means is that everywhere where Tinubu go to, by the way, everywhere he's been to, there is this guilty kind of posture that is not only just the physical one. I think there is also a psychological part of it too. When you kind of feel out of place means like, of course, this is who you are supposed to be, right? But that is not who you are. Okay, you are illegitimate. And, you don't really have that. You feel psychologically like it's like people are treating you with suspicion, like you are not supposed to be the right person to be meeting with them. But because you are coming from a corrupt country, a very, very corrupt country, that's why somebody like you will be the one here meeting us. So he himself feel, pretty much like out of place, not just physically, even mentally. To the point that whenever Tinubu got to any place, right, Tinubu would tell them, and he would say, forget about the past. Forget about everything you have heard about Nigeria. This is new person. Me, I am different. He has to tell them and say, he will be telling people that I've seen few videos like that. Tinubu will have to like say it himself, like reassuring himself and say, I, as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you are supposed to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria anyway. You don't even have to say that. It's like the president of America, right? For example, Joe Biden. Joe Biden goes somewhere and he says, well, me, as Joe Biden, I, President Joe Biden. He called himself President Tinubu. So you get what I mean? Like, he has to kind of psychologically tell himself that I deserve it. I deserve to be president now. I mean, I'm president. Yes, I am. Do these people see me as president? I'm not sure they see me as president. I mean, what do I need to do to make them kind of see me that way? They pack all of your supposed senior government officials, state governors. They sat all of them down inside one hall to be watching almost 1 hour video about a Qatar Foundation. All the good things Qatar Foundation has done all over the world, in Qatar, in this place, in that place. They sat your president and everybody, including Ribadu. They said all of them should sit down to watch 1 hour video. They are just there like, did you see Ribadu? Ribadu was like, so it's like he always have to reassure himself. It's like Tinubu have to reassure himself that I am the president, so you need to see me like that. If I tell you something, I am serious. Then you always want to tell them that I am different. Everything you have heard about Nigeria, all that, forget corruption. Tinubu was telling people in Dubai, he was telling people in Dubai in a video, he said, forget corruption. Forget all the news that you are hearing about Nigeria. This is new person, new people, the best team, all the team from. He has to say that. Unfortunately, he has not been able to convince anybody. Tinubu no get any sense to convince anybody. Majority of you will talk say Tinubu convince you. You be closet criminals. Majority of you are closet criminals. That you have something in common with Tinubu. Are you with me? Tell me how Tinubu take convince you. Waiting tell you. Waiting Tinubu say to you. That you are like, man.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Yeah, it's a successful again, a town hall, different from Blue Bulaba. If we
I've been at this one.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
So many of us who saw that video, we protested. We protested though. We said Tinubu's family member, his children, they were supposed to be arrested because around that time, Tinubu was a mess. And we consider that as elder abuse. Elder abuse. Elderly abuse, elder abuse. It's like, it says child abuse. Then you say elder abuse. Like, how could you allow your papa to be? But we know that it was all for what they are now doing to all of you. So waiting till Tinubu tell you, go, that convinced you that, and now you are surprised. It can't surprise you. You are shocked. I'm so surprised. Tinubu boju aje go. Tinubu disappointed us. So waiting tells you, go, we convince you. Did you think you are going to be spared? Like those who don't like Tinubu go suffer. But all of you will like Tinubu, you go enjoy. Was that what you expect? I'm only asking you go give me jail. Now, Tinubu, like I said, will always love to convince the world and say, don't listen to what you hear about Nigeria. It's not true. Believe what I say to you. See, look at me very well. My name is Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, but everything you hear, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a Guinea. I'm not a thief. I don't have dementia. Everything you have heard. Nigeria, see all those things you heard about Nigeria, they are now in the past. Talk to me, okay? I am different. It's like trying to say that to the world everywhere he goes. It's like trying to say that to them that, please now, look at me. Forget about what you heard about me. Please ignore all of that. I'm different. Begging. So he told them, he said, listen, you might have heard that Nigeria is very corrupt. It's true. You might have heard that Nigerian government officials always collect bribe. It is true. But look at me. Look at me. I am different. If anybody asks you for bribe, come and call me. Report to me. And the Qatari was just like, right. We'll think about it. So somebody was, this guy was at the channel's television today, and I think that's Chidoka. He was talking to Shiu. So he had this to say about this posture of Tinubu. He said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Abi? The disgrace just started. But not like this, when I go to react.
Stifle the investment arrangement that we've made. Because it has happened in the Halliburton scandal. We've seen a lot of scandals in this country where investment drive comes into the country, but it's being stifled by corruption issues. You don't think that it's learned from the past to say, to not allow all of what we have heard in the past to affect your judgment about investing in Nigeria?
Hell no. Did you hear the president of Italy comment about the Ajib bribery case in Nigeria? That a business goes to do their business and spends bribes. It's not the business of the government of Italy. It's not the business of the government of Nigeria. The people that are caught doing it should be punished. And we have processes for punishing it. No foreign investor will be happy to know that he needs to talk to the president to be able to reverse an issue of corruption or bribery. Nobody in the world would like to do that. The fact that Halliburton, you mentioned, was a case. Have you heard any president from the country of Halliburton coming out to speak about the Halliburton case? We had the Enron case. Americans went and passed a law and said, these are things that we should stop companies from doing going forward. When the banks collapsed, they passed the Sarbanes-Oxley law saying remove investment banking from commercial banking. Countries, presidents take action to systematically solve a problem, not whistleblowing and catching thieves.
So you think that the optics for Nigeria...
I don't think the optics for Nigeria... It's not good optics for Nigeria. It's not good optics for Nigeria. I hope that in future he will not say this again. He should find a way to reverse himself and just say, these are some of the things. I just want to show you that we are on top of the situation. But the truth of the matter is that Nigerian banks are operating around the world. Nigerian banks are operating in the US. UBA has a banking license in the US. GT Bank has a banking license in the UK. Why are you going to make people believe that Nigerians are bribe takers? Why would the president of Nigeria condone that? He shouldn't. Because this is a way of signaling to the world, yes, we are endemically corrupt, or as they said, fantastically corrupt, and I'm here to solve the problem. But that's not what the world wants to hear. They want to hear that when you take a case to judiciary in Nigeria, it will last about 3 months till you get judgment. They don't want to hear that you will spend 9 months in the court, 2 years in the court looking for judgment. They don't want to hear that you need to go and see a judge for you to get judgment. They don't want to hear that the police in Nigeria will ask you to bring money to go and investigate. Those are the issues that bother any foreign investor. If you look about the president catching the thieves.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps the optics for you, you don't think that it sits well for the image of Nigeria globally. There are also the communication of even the president had said it to the Qatari government or leaders in Qatar. Maybe it shouldn't have gotten out of the room. Maybe it shouldn't have been communicated.
This should be like a dinner table talk, just saying, if you have any issues, if you have any obstacles, but not the word bribe. It could be obstacles. It may not just be bribe. It may just be obstacles. We have obstacles like the issue of Tinapa that the custom took a strong position against. It wasn't a case of bribery. So some foreign investors come to Nigeria and some stifle.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the 3 of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
So that's Kolu. Like I said, somebody is fighting for, is looking for legitimacy. Somebody we know today okay up there anymore. Okay? And then those around him want to give him something to make it look like something